Unless you visited Assam in 90s or 80s, you will not realize that how much transformation has taken place in Assam. Assam has 3 medical colleges throughout its journey. Today, 14 has been commissioned. Tribals, militancy, whatever we call, they come into the negotiation. More than 10,000 people lay down their arms.
Tell us about some of your childhood memories growing up in Assam and what changes do you see?
So we grew up in the most turbulent period of our history.
Yeah.
The famous Assam agitation took place during that period of time. I joined agitation when I was in class 5. On class 6, I gave my first public speech in Judges' Field of Guwahati in presence of Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
It's a very honor to be talking to you. All of us looked up to you and the remarkable leadership that you've demonstrated in the last many years. Tell us about some of your childhood memories growing up in Assam and what changes do you see?
To be precise, we grew up in a time, basically you can say that I did my schooling up to 1985, then I moved on to college, university. Those were the time considered to be most turbulent period of Assam history.
Yeah.
So at that point of time, in my generation, the childhood memory will be about bomb, violent clashes, agitation on street. So we grew up in the most turbulent period of our history.
Yeah.
The famous Assam agitation took place during that period of time. And I, being the activist and very prominently involved in Assam agitation, I joined agitation when I was in class 5.
In class 5?
So I think I still remember, in class 5, I joined All Assam Students Union and started taking part in Assam agitation.
You could at such a young age?
Yes. And in that young age, I think on class 6, I gave my first public speech in Judges' Field of Guwahati in presence of Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Wow.
So during Assam agitation, my childhood memories will be evolved around that period, participating in agitation, police lathi charge, then police will chase you away, you will go from the spot running, then again you will come back.
So you had it in your blood from very early days.
I mean, unfortunately, those were the period,
Yeah.
and we grew up on that period. And it is not only my childhood days, I think it is shared by most of our generation.
Weren't your parents worried about you?
I think my parents are also involved in Assam agitation. So it was a mass agitation. Every Assamese household participated that in agitation, from grandfather to grandchildren. I mean, that was a massive agitation, and nobody has any problem in joining the agitation. Rather, in household, people will encourage you to go to the agitation. And almost 1,000 people lost life, and there was no panic until 1985. People participated that Assam should be free of foreign nationals. So when sporadic violence occurred, then people got little bit of panicky because people wanted to continue it as a non-violent agitation. But whenever you feel news of bomb blast, train derailment, killing army, killing police, or these kind of things, then people started discussing that are we in right path or we are going in wrong path. So people wanted to have a very peaceful agitation, non-violent agitation. But whenever some element push violence into the agitation, that point of time parent would have tell you, don't go there. Things are getting distorted. But otherwise, it was completely a different environment, and we grew up in those period of Assam history.
And sir, today when I go to Guwahati, it's a very different Assam. And there is so much of economic activities that I see. Tell us.
From 1979 to 1985, we were in Assam agitation. 1985 agitation culminated with Assam Accord. But a section of Assamese youth did not accept the accord. And they went to jungle, and a new organization emerged called Alpha. That Alpha agitation continues up to 2005-6. It's a long 3 decades of armed struggle. More than 22,000 people killed in between, either from army, police, or from their side. When that agitation where violent movement were going on, simultaneously Assam is a multi-ethnic society. So many tribal people also took arms with different demands for being separate state, separate district. N numbers of demands came, and there were almost chaos. Things started moving right from year 2001, when gradually people realized that this is not the way. We need to think twice. We need to say no to the violence. We say no to all these kind of outbreaks.
Yeah.
And you have to actually focus on academics, education, economics, and you have to prosper. You have to bring a good life. And once you are competent, you can resolve your problem by yourself. So that kind of things started coming into our society. 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi took over the leadership role in our country, he suddenly shifted his gear to Northeast. I am involved in politics. I contested my first election in 1996. And I never heard the word Northeast Assam from the Prime Minister, except when they goes to that place for occasional visits. Suddenly, Northeast started coming into the mainstream. All our tribals, militancy, whatever we call, they come into the negotiation. More than 10,000 people lay down their arms. They have entered into agreement. And things started improving because along with all this peace move, there was a huge dose of infrastructure development. Many parts were not connected to a broad gauge. Prime Minister ensured that entire Assam and Northeast is connected with broad gauge. Airport were in very bad shape. It is started getting a new look. Now you are getting internet in every nook and corner of Assam. Highway become from a 2-lane narrow highway started becoming 6-lane, 4-lane. Bridge over river Brahmaputra, the highest railway bridge and highest road bridge. Both are located now in Assam, Bogiville and Dhola. So suddenly people see all around development. And these are, once I am telling you, I cannot explain you unless you have gone Assam 7 years, 8 years back. Suddenly the 2-lane national highway becomes 6-lane with big bridges. In Assam psyche, nobody thought that society can transform that fast. And except that period of COVID, infrastructure development in Northeast continued, and today also it is continuing with more aggressively. Prime Minister visited 68 times to northeastern regions. Central ministers visits almost every week. Suddenly Northeast become Astalakshmi. Northeast become new engine of growth. Initially people could not realize what is happening around us. But gradually people realize, no, this is the new Northeast and this is new Assam. So you can ensure your continuity with this, provided you discard violence, you see that economic growth is our new way of doing business. Today, we don't see any militant activity. There was no killing, no bomb blast. Last 4-5 years, you will witness complete zero violence, no rhino posing, no even civil disobedience movement. Normally in every state you will see dharna, protest, for whatever reason. Now people see that let us talk to the government, our problem will be resolved. Normal crime situation is coming down drastically. In 2021, we registered 167 cases. The figure has come down to 47,000 this year. Almost 60% reduction of normal crime. Today, the restaurant, many other activity continues for late night. Nobody question. The festivals, Bihu, Puja, are being celebrated in a very different festive mood. 24 hours, non-stop, and no issue.
Yeah.
Crime against Sidal tribe has come down to single digit. Crime against women has reduced drastically. So it is a new Assam today. So unless you visited Assam in 90s or 80s, you will not realize that how much transformation has taken place in Assam. 24 hours power supply, gradually electric buses are being replaced in the street of Guwahati. Assam has 3 medical colleges throughout its journey. Today, 14 has been commissioned. Another 13 is in different stages of completion. We will have 27 medical colleges by 2029. Almost every district will have one medical college. 25 lakhs people has been taken out of poverty cycle.
I had to travel in sometimes early 2000, and there was this whole concern that, okay, is it safe to go to Assam? And today, like I've been going to Guwahati.
Today nobody will put that question.
Yeah.
The Guwahati airport is today 7th busiest airport in entire country.
Yeah.
So my airport has become little small. I need more, there is a more demand for aircrafts. Passenger do not get ticket.
Yes.
So in August, a beautiful airport terminal will be commissioned in Guwahati. One of the best in the, I'll not compete with Delhi or Bangalore or Mumbai. We'll have the best airport by July.
So what do you have to say about the opportunities for young people today in Assam?
The transformation takes place in a very, very different direction. First, when there was no employment in Assam, young people have decided to come out of Assam.
Yeah.
And they work in different parts of the country. Youth are in Assam now challenging. They are dreaming big. And they want more and more opportunities. So the pressure on the government at present to create more and more economic opportunities. And you have also a different part of different story. As youths are coming out to work in various parts of the country, old parents live alone. So that's remain a concern for our boys and girls. So whenever I meet them, they said that can't we create something in Assam so that we can go back? So my idea is to take back Assamese youth or youth from Assam by creating better economic opportunities. So that's the mission we are working for.
Thank you for partnering with us also. We are working to have more startups in Assam and encourage them. So I wanted to ask about this investment opportunities and how are you attracting investors now to come to Assam?
In Assam, we have started our journey long back. Digboi refinery is the first refinery of entire country. Because we had and we are still having one of the highest deposits of petrochemicals, basically oil, crude and gases. Assam contribute 50% of the total crude production, onshore crude production of our country. We produce 50% of the total gas, natural gases. So we have 5 refinery. We have a very strong presence of PSU like Oil India, ONGC. So hydrocarbon was and is our natural forte. So we are developing around that. But I believe that we have to take the industrialization into a new direction. So we started selling new ideas. I started meeting Tata groups, started talking to Prime Minister on industrialization of Assam. We have established some contracts, groundworks, and last year, Tata ultimately decided to set up its first semiconductor industry in Assam.
Wow.
So to set up a semiconductor assembly unit, you do not need raw material. But it's a future industry. It's on technology. So we got the first breakthrough. So now Tata is setting up 27,000 crore in semiconductor assembly units in Assam, Jagirod. Second, one idea which is, if you see that in entire country, the biggest concentration of defense personnel for geopolitical region, either in the front with Pakistan or in the Indo-China border. So northeastern region has high concentration of highest military equipments, be it Sukhoi, be it Rafale, be it anything. I mean, right from any equipment which India has acquired will be automatically positioned in our frontier.
Yeah.
Now, all these equipments comes back to the mainland India for repairing, renovation. You can say that for any kind of whenever it requires even a small repair. So you have to bring back the equipment to the mainland India. But if we can make a defense corridor in Assam itself, and because equipments are stationed there, so if you can just take a tank from the army cantonment, repair it in another nearby place and send it back to the cantonment again. So we are now focusing on defense production. So I have met various private sector players, and I'll meet PSUs also, that anything you want to set up new, why not you come to Assam? So that's another narrative we have started. So future industry, manufacturing, then of course this defense corridor. Along with that, we also realize that you have now look from Delhi, if you look towards Assam, it is in the border, fairly long distance. But if you think that you are in Guwahati, how far is in Bangladesh? It is your next door neighbor. How far is Bhutan? It is in next door neighbor. How far is Nepal? It is in next door neighbor. So can we create a hub from where India can export goods to the surrounding nations? Of course, present political situation may not be very good, but you are to live with neighbors. You cannot alter your neighbors. So I think that we can create a future export hub also in the Assam for the neighboring state. And that geography has a huge population. So from Assam, you can supply goods to Bengal. From Assam, you can supply goods to Nepal. From Assam, you can supply goods to Bhutan, supply goods to Bangladesh, supply goods to Myanmar and beyond. So that is another area we are exploring. Second, of course, tourism. We present most, I think, some of the places are not yet even people has discovered. I think I'll not compare with any other state, but we have our own uniqueness. Being in the Himalayan border, we present a different kind of natural beauty, mighty river Brahmaputra in between hills. So it's a and We have concentration of highest national parks, Kaziranga, Manas, UNESCO tag. We have recently Saraideau Moidam has been tagged as the new cultural heritage of world. So we have to show many more to the world. But because of our turbulent history, many of the embassy has put Assam in the watch list of courses. Still they put, you have to work on all these things. Tourism can be another big potential.
Huge.
And we are working for that. Today, we are attracting more than 80 lakhs domestic tourists. But if you go to the international tourists, it is only 25,000. So that numbers can go up, creating a huge economic potential, homestay, new hotels. So that is another area where you can work on. Finally, I am also of the view that we have not used or harnessed the power of Brahmaputra. Through Brahmaputra, you can create a different economic corridor. You can bring goods from the mainland India through river. You can transfer goods to Bangladesh through Bay of Bengal to outside wall. And India and Bangladesh has signed protocols also. So you have to create a huge story of inland water transport. You need continuous dredging and all these things. So today, from a different state, we are started thinking out, started plotting our where we can fit in. Assamese Muga silk, we call golden silk. We were satisfied with a market inside Assam. Today we are trying to create new.
Sir, this is a global, Muga silk is a global product.
Yes, and our Muga, Eri, these are non-violent silk.
Yeah.
So there is a different kind of market. Earlier we did not realize, but today we have started working on those line and creating new opportunities for our young people.
Sir, it also speaks to us and to everyone listening that if the intention is there, then things happen.
After the Prime Minister Modi takes ours, story started developing in a complete differently. Sometimes I tell our people that sometimes we don't think something, even we don't dream something, but suddenly you see that project has been announced. No demand, nothing. So it is actually, if I say that we never dream of certain bridges across Brahmaputra because we thought this is impossible. Why to dream? Today, Guwahati city, earlier for last 75 years, Guwahati city were connected North Bank, South Bank by a single Brahmaputra bridge. Prime Minister decided to start bridge nearby that location so that you can have a two-way communication. We thought that's the end of the story. Then suddenly we got a sanction of another bridge. That bridge will be completed in July with 3,000 crores. While we have not completed that bridge, it will be completed this year, we did a Bhumi Pujan of another bridge with 3,800 crores. And
the fourth one.
The fourth one. Now, the fifth one is in tender stage. Then while we are consuming this developing story, the Secretary of the Road Transport has told me, sir, we need forest clearance because we want to do another bridge 50 kilometers down Guwahati. Yeah. So sometime when I got calls for some assistance, I also sometime lost the pace. I never demanded this. I never dreamt of this. PM is actually overseeing a development journey of northeastern region beyond what we can think of. I came to meet External Affairs Minister last month, informing him that we are organizing a investment summit in 25th and 26th February. He said, what do you want from me? I said, a good wishes. And when our team goes, let embassy help us. He said that let us do one thing. Let MEA host roadshow for you and we'll invite all the ambassadors and we'll organize the roadshow for Assam.
Wow. Yeah.
So today we are having roadshow with the 36 ambassadors. We are going to tell the story of Assam to them. So I could not think of a CM of Assam was, and I am in politics for last 25 years, a CM from Assam could not think of having 36 ambassadors in national capital in one day. We could have tried to have meeting one by one in a span of 1 year. So that's kind of help, assistance we get from the government of India. So we are now doubly rejuvenated. We discover our own strength, we discover our own destiny, and we know that today we have a solid partner in Delhi.
And sir, if you had to pitch 25th and 26th advantage Assam to everyone, what would you say?
In 2014, Prime Minister realized that this is the region where we have to expand the story of the country. So we have done a good level of work in southern part of the state and western part of the state. North India, Eastern India, comparatively less, and Northeast India is completely, your presence is marginal. You have not explored, and you are not trying to figure out what is the opportunity lying ahead. So my request will be, come to Northeast, come to Assam on 25th, 26th February, explore what we are offering and what you can do for the country, you can do for for yourself. Because it has to be a journey where we all have to be benefited. Today, Assam is in a position to offer all kind of incentive, which will be not less than any other advanced state of the nation. If some state is offering this incentive, Assam is in a position to match it. We can actually, maybe we can go one step more because we are hungry, they are not hungry.
You're talking like a startup entrepreneur.
Yes, because we are hungry.
Yes.
They are not hungry. You will meet them after a long queue, but you can meet us just in one WhatsApp call. So that's the difference, because we want to grow. They have already grown. So come, see, and explore Northeast, explore Assam.
Today, if you had to look at that boy in 5th standard who went and spoke, and your journey from there on, and if you had to look at the whole canvas, how do you see your journey?
It is a very, very satisfying development.
Yeah.
Not for me, for the entire generation. Once you see your state turning around completely during your lifetime, it's very satisfying. And today we all are satisfied soul. Of course, dil mange more. So you will be asking for more and more. You want to take it to a new level. I am of the opinion that in next few years, Assam will be the top 10 among the Indian states, and gradually will move towards top 5. I believe that's our destiny.